In a busy city, there lived a young woman named Lena. She was an artist, and she was really talented. Her drawings looked like they were alive, and she had a natural gift for using color. Her dream was very clear. She wanted to win the Solstice Art Fellowship. This big prize would let her study with a famous painter and turn her hobby into a real career. The path was clear and her talent was obvious, but Lena had one huge problem. She couldn't control her own mind. Every time she stood in front of a new blank canvas, the temptation of distractions was just too strong. Her mind was all over the place. One minute, she would be mixing the perfect color, and the next, she'd be lost on her phone, looking at other people's perfect finished art online. She would tell herself, "I'm just not feeling inspired today." It's better to wait for inspiration to show up than to force it. But inspiration rarely came, and her studio started to fill up with unfinished paintings, like ghosts of ideas that never got a chance to live. Her teachers and friends saw her talent and told her she needed to work on it every day. But Lena liked the idea that genius just happens in a flash, that it wasn't something you had to build slowly. She thought her natural talent would be enough, and one day a masterpiece would just flow out of her without any effort. The deadline for the city's yearly art fair was coming up. It wasn't the biggest show, but it was an important one. Lena had a big idea for a painting, something she thought would impress everyone. She spent weeks thinking about it, making small drawings in her notebook, but she always pushed the actual painting to tomorrow. In the final week before the deadline, she panicked. She tried to work in quick, messy bursts, staying up late and drinking coffee, but her rushed work couldn't capture the idea she had in her head. The paint looked wrong, the colors were off, and the whole thing just felt awkward. The deadline came and went, and Lena was left with her messy, unfinished painting. Going to the art fair was really painful for her. She walked around the gallery and felt like she didn't belong, watching her friends stand proudly next to their completed art. She saw artists who she thought were less talented getting praise just because they had finished their work. Their hard work had paid off, while her talent had gone to waste. She felt jealous at first, but then she just felt deeply ashamed. It wasn't that they succeeded that hurt, it was that she had done this to herself. She hadn't failed because she wasn't good enough. She had failed because she gave in to distractions 1,000 times. That night, sitting alone in her quiet studio, surrounded by her unfinished work, Lena finally accepted the truth. Talent was just a starting point. Without patient, daily work, like a gardener tending to a garden, it would never become anything beautiful. She decided she needed to find a teacher, not someone to teach her how to paint, but someone to teach her how to train her own mind. Her search took her to a surprising place, the peaceful city gardens. And her teacher was someone she didn't expect, an old gardener named Mr. Alistair. He had been in charge of the gardens for more than 50 years, and everyone knew his work was amazing. The gardens weren't just a bunch of plants. They were perfectly designed, where every flower and leaf seemed to be in exactly the right spot. People said that Mr. Alistair didn't just grow plants, he understood them. He could make the most difficult flowers bloom and bring life to forgotten corners of the garden. Lena found him looking after some maple trees. His hands were wrinkled and had dirt under the nails, but they moved with a calm focus. She walked up to him shyly and explained her problem. "Sir," she said quietly, "I'm an artist, but I can't finish anything I start. My mind is always wandering. I have the passion, but not the patience. How can I learn to focus?" Mr. Alistair stopped what he was doing and looked at her. He had very kind, clear eyes. He didn't smile, but he looked understanding. "A mind that can't focus is like a messy garden," he said, his voice calm and low. "It could be beautiful, but it will only grow weeds if you don't take care of it. Come with me." He led her down a path to a small, sunny greenhouse. Inside, on a wooden bench, was a small bonsai tree that was clearly struggling. Its leaves were yellow and thin, and its branches were a mess. It looked weak and uncared for. "This little tree could be great," Mr. Alistair said, gently touching a leaf, "but its last owner only watered it when they felt like it. It's weak because it never had a routine. I'll give it to you. If you can learn to take care of this tree, you'll learn how to take care of your art and your mind." Lena looked at the sick little tree, then back at the old gardener. "Where do I even start?" she asked. Mr. Alistair told her to sit down. "You just need to follow 4 simple rules of the garden," he said. "These rules work for anything that grows, from a tree to a talent. First is the rule of consistent light. A plant needs a stable place to live. It can't be in the hot sun one day and a dark closet the next. Your mind needs that too. When it's time to work, you need to create a quiet place to focus. Put your phone in another room. Turn off the TV. Your work time needs to be a place with steady, gentle light, not a place full of all kinds of distractions. When you feel your mind wandering off to social media or worrying about things, you have to gently bring it back to what you're doing." He stopped for a moment to let her take it in. "Second is the rule of regular watering. You can't save a thirsty plant by giving it a ton of water once a week. It needs the right amount every day. Your talent is the same. Don't wait for a huge burst of inspiration to hit you. It won't. You have to work on your gift every single day, even if it's just for a little while. Paint for 1 hour every morning. Don't do it just when you feel like it. Do it because it's on your schedule. This routine will create a rhythm, and your brain will learn to get stronger from it." He then picked up a small pair of scissors. Third is the rule of pruning. For a tree to grow strong, you have to trim it. You have to cut off the dead branches so the tree can send its energy to the healthy parts. You have to learn to get rid of things in your life. Figure out what habits and thoughts are wasting your energy. The mindless scrolling on your phone, the worrying about things you can't change, the voice in your head that says you're not good enough. Those are dead branches. Be strict. Cut them out so your energy can go toward your art. Finally, Mr. Alistair pointed at the bonsai tree again. And fourth, the most important rule is the rule of patient growth. You won't see this tree change in one day. Growth is slow and quiet. Some days it will feel like nothing is happening, but if you give it light, water, and pruning every single day, it is growing. You have to trust the process. Don't judge your progress day by day. Think about it in terms of seasons. The small, disciplined bits of work you do every day will eventually add up to a masterpiece. Discipline isn't a punishment. It's how you patiently grow a dream. Lena left the gardens that day, carrying the little bonsai tree. She thought about everything Mr. Alistair said and started putting it into practice. She made a strict schedule. During her studio time, her phone was turned off and left in the kitchen. Her mornings, which she used to waste, were now her most important time of day. Every day at 9 a.m., she was at her easel. The first few weeks were incredibly hard. Her brain begged for the easy distraction of her phone. She would catch herself just staring into space, her paintbrush not moving. But every time she felt that pull, she would look at the little bonsai tree on her windowsill and remember Mr. Alistair's words. She would gently pull her focus back, just like she was learning to give the tree its daily light. She watered the tree every morning, and then she watered her talent by painting for at least an hour. Some days the work felt terrible and forced, but she did it anyway. She was cutting away her old habit of waiting to feel inspired. Slowly, almost without her noticing, things started to change. Her focus got sharper. 1 hour of painting turned into 2, and then 3. The constant battle inside her head got quieter, and a calm, steady feeling took its place. She wasn't waiting for inspiration anymore. She was building a home for it, and it was starting to show up more often. Her bonsai tree started to get better too. Tiny new green leaves started to appear, showing that her consistent care was working. As the tree got stronger, so did she. Months went by. She started a new big painting for the Solstice Art Fellowship. This time, there was no last-minute panic, just the patient, day-by-day process of adding layers of color and feeling. She put all of her new discipline into her work, and every brushstroke felt like a small win against her old self. Finally, the day of the fellowship results came. Lena stood in front of her finished painting. It was full of life and emotion, with a depth she'd never been able to create before. It was the result not of one great moment, but of hundreds of hours of disciplined, patient work. The gallery was full of amazing art, but her painting had something special that made people look closer. When the main judge walked up to the microphone to announce the winner, Lena held her breath. "While many works here showed incredible skill," the judge said, "one piece captured a journey. It speaks of patience, of growth, and of the amazing beauty that comes from dedicated focus. The winner of this year's Solstice Fellowship is Lena." A huge wave of emotion hit her. It wasn't just about winning, it was proof that her hard work paid off. As she walked to the stage to accept her award, she looked into the crowd and saw him standing in the back, smiling. It was Mr. Alistair. In that moment, she truly understood his lesson. The mind is a garden. If you let it go wild, you'll only get weeds. But if you take care of it with patience and daily discipline, it will grow into something more beautiful than you could ever imagine. From that day on, Lena lived by that one simple, powerful idea. Train your mind with discipline, and your masterpiece will come. If you feel this story should reach more people, please like and share the video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay with us. I'll be back again with another inspiring story. Till then, be patient, be thankful, and keep moving forward.